The moment has already passed. You believe you're steering the outcome. You believe your effort is shaping results. You believe your involvement matters more than it does. Most people misread what's happening here. They think control is something you earn through attention, intensity, or presence. They assume proximity equals influence. They assume action equals impact. It doesn't. What's actually happening is quieter. While you're busy adjusting, reacting, optimizing, and staying on top of things, leverage is leaking. Position is eroding. Optionality is collapsing. And the loss doesn't announce itself with failure. It disguises itself as participation. This is where most people lose without realizing they're losing. They overestimate how much their decisions matter. They underestimate how much was already decided before they arrived. They confuse activity with agency. The danger isn't that you're wrong. The danger is that you feel involved. Because once you believe you're in control, you stop watching where power actually moves. You stop tracking incentives. You stop noticing when outcomes are locked, regardless of your input. You double down instead of stepping back. That's how people stay in negotiations they can't win. That's how they overplay weak hands at work. That's how they absorb blame for systems they never controlled, and the damage compounds silently, because effort feels virtuous even when it's strategically irrelevant. And the first mistake is the one nobody sees coming. This is the illusion of control, not as a bias, as a leverage distortion. It's the mechanism that convinces you your actions are steering outcomes, while your position is already constrained. It's why people stay engaged in losing structures, believing adjustment will save them. You stay busy, you respond fast, you attend every meeting, you give frequent updates. It feels like presence equals control. It doesn't. In real environments, corporate hierarchies, negotiations, relationships, activity often signals compliance, not power. The more visible your effort, the clearer it becomes that outcomes don't depend on you. Who benefits from this? The system does. Superiors do. Counterparties do. Anyone who needs you invested but not empowered. It feels harmless because motion reduces anxiety. Doing something feels safer than waiting. Later, you realize decisions happened without you, and your activity only confirmed your replaceability. You tweak something. Results improve. You assume your intervention worked. You ignore timing, momentum, and external forces. Markets move. Teams shift. People change their minds for reasons unrelated to you. But once you associate improvement with your action, you internalize control that never existed. Who benefits? Anyone who wants you to keep managing outcomes you don't shape, while absorbing responsibility when they reverse. It feels logical at first. Humans crave cause and effect clarity. The cost arrives later, when outcomes swing back and blame sticks to you. When things feel uncertain, you explain more. You justify decisions. You narrate intent. You think clarity restores control. It doesn't. Explanation is a concession. It transfers interpretive power to the listener. The more you explain, the more they decide whether your reasoning is acceptable. Who benefits? Anyone evaluating you. Anyone with authority over outcomes. Anyone waiting for you to overcommit verbally. It feels responsible, mature, transparent. Later, your words are used to lock you into positions you can't exit cleanly. Something shifts unexpectedly. A demand, a critique, a sudden deadline. You respond quickly to prove you're still in control, but speed doesn't restore agency. It often destroys it. Reacting hands timing to the other side. It signals vulnerability to disruption. It tells them urgency works on you. Who benefits? Whoever created the pressure. It feels necessary in the moment. Silence feels like weakness. Later, you realize the reaction narrowed your options permanently. You're in the room, copied on emails, included in discussions. You assume proximity equals influence. It doesn't. Access without veto is observation, not control. Many people are invited into processes precisely because they can't change outcomes. Who benefits? Decision makers who need buy-in without resistance. It feels validating. Inclusion feels like progress. Later, you're held accountable for outcomes you never shaped. You want to know what will happen. You ask for clarity. You push for certainty. But clarity favors whoever already controls variables. The moment you demand predictability, you reveal dependence on the outcome. That's leverage loss. Who benefits? Anyone with the ability to delay, withhold, or redefine terms. It feels rational. Planning requires information. Later, you realize uncertainty was your only remaining leverage, and you gave it up. Most people think control comes from involvement. Operators know better. This isn't about being right, it's about not being cornered. Most people try to dominate outcomes. Operators position themselves so outcomes can't dominate them. Control comes from optionality, not intensity. The more options you preserve, the less control you need to exert. Speed favors the trapped. Delay favors the positioned. When you stop trying to steer everything, you start noticing where steering is impossible and where withdrawal creates leverage. The shift isn't louder action, it's selective disengagement. That's where position stabilizes. Most people speak early in meetings. They want to influence direction. This weakens them. Early input anchors you to ideas before incentives are revealed. Silence forces others to expose priorities first. During reviews, most people justify performance. They explain context. That transfers evaluative power upward. Instead, state outcomes. Let silence absorb interpretation. When promotions are discussed, urgency signals ambition, but also dependence. Delayed interest signals choice. Silence used correctly dominates rushed alignment. In negotiations, people try to control the deal by managing details. Control isn't in details, it's in timing. Whoever can wait longer controls price movement. Whoever explains first defines concessions. Information asymmetry favors restraint. Every answer you give reduces uncertainty for the other side. Delay isn't stalling, it's leverage preservation. Most people try to control emotional outcomes, fixing tension, resolving uncertainty. That hands power away. Withdrawal clarifies value. Engagement too early cheapens it. Boundaries aren't enforced through explanation. They're enforced through absence. Whoever needs resolution more is already losing position. If action feels urgent, someone else set the tempo. Urgency is a leash. When you feel rushed, you are already being handled. Slow down. Force them to reveal why the clock matters. Power owns time. Obedience borrows it. Control what you can exit, not what you can influence. Influence is begging, dressed as strategy. Exit is leverage. The one who can leave dictates terms without speaking. Master your exits and the room rearranges itself around you. Never explain to regain comfort. Explanation is submission in disguise. You explain because you want relief. They hear it as weakness. Silence keeps your spine intact. Let discomfort educate them. Silence reveals who needs the outcome. The one who breaks first is bleeding. Let the quiet stretch. Need leaks. Patience hunts. Whoever fills the silence forfeits position. Delay exposes real incentives. Time strips away performance. What remains is truth. If they stay, they need you. If they vanish, they were never serious. Time is pressure without fingerprints. Access without veto is observation. You are present but irrelevant. Included but powerless. Seen, not respected. If you cannot stop the outcome, you are not inside the game. Optionality beats effort. Effort is what trapped people brag about. Options are what free people quietly maintain. The one with alternatives never chases. Control options and effort becomes someone else's problem. The illusion of control doesn't make you reckless. It makes you compliant. You stay engaged in systems that don't respond to you. You invest effort where position, not action, determines outcome. Real control is quieter. It's the ability to step back without consequence, to wait without pressure, to move last, not first. If you can't disengage, you're not in control, no matter how busy you are. If you're still watching, thank you for your attention.
Thanks for spending time with us. If this sparked a new way of thinking, hit like and subscribe to keep the ideas flowing. And don't forget, check the description for the links to the original books and resources we used today. We'll see you in the next one.